Hi coaches, Alistair Rogers here. This session will be all about how we approach the tackle, and we'll really want to emphasize the area of the body that we want to target, which is around the knees, especially with our hands, be able to get low enough to be able to dominate the contact and to get the ball carrier on the ground. Okay boys, so this next activity, all right, we're just going to progress. So we've got a ball carrier and we've got a tackler, and we're going to track the ball carrier. In our last session, what was one of the most important parts of the body that we needed to use? Feet. Okay. Real emphasis now for our footwork, because that's what's going to get us close to where we need to get to. So what we're looking to be able to do is we'll have a ball carrier and we'll have a tackler. For now, we'll just get the ball carrier just to run straight, just for the simplicity of the activity. As a tackler, okay, what I'm looking to do is to stay as high as possible. All right, what do I mean by staying high?
Straight.
Stay straight, yeah. So that squares us up. Okay, so we're nice and high. It's not natural for us to run like that. So I'm not asking for us to be, you know, really proud-chested, as opposed to we're just upright. Okay, because when we're upright, we can track the player, we can see where he's going, and then we can make our adjustments off that. Okay, so the other thing that staying upright will allow us to do is allow us to get closer. Rather than me trying to, if I stay low here, then as a ball carrier, if you saw me do this with this amount of space, what would you do?
Go like around.
Oh, you'd try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas if I was up here, if I was able to stay high and take the space away, and now what would you do?
I would have to take it into contact.
Perfect. Okay, so that's why we talk about just trying to stay high. All right, so it's not uncomfortable. It's just upright. What I'm looking to do is I'm going to just stay upright for as long as I can, and as I'm jogging in, okay, same shoulder, same leg, and I'm going to use my palms of my hands, and I'm going to place the palms of my hands under his knees. So I'm jogging in here, nice and close, and I'm going to use the palms of my hands there. And ball carrier, you can just walk forward for now. All right, so you go, walk forward, in there. Let's have a look at that. Coaches, the real key thing with this drill is, as you see, the palms of our hands is forcing us to get lower. Okay, it's forcing us to get under the knees. And what that does is it makes their heads drop. Okay, so a lot of them take their eyes off where they need to be. Okay, so you can see in this activity, as this activity is going along, everyone starts to look at the ground, but we really need an emphasis to keep our eyes up. Okay, so that's what we'll progress to now. Why do you think we use our palms of our hands?
Get low.
To be able to get low. Okay, so it overemphasizes the fact that we've got to be able to get upright, and it gives us a really good target to be able to practice. Okay, so it practices us not being able to do this, and here practices us to be able to get nice and close and keep nice and straight and be able to get under. Where are some of us looking, do you think?
Down.
Yes. Okay, where do we need to be looking?
Up.
At all times, eh? What we're seeing is we're tracking good, and we're getting in here, and then we're doing this. All right, we've got to be able to look up with our eyes, so we've got to be able to keep our heads up. Okay, that's really, really important. We're going to go back into it, and I just want you to really focus on where you're looking. Good short steps, well done, great. If he's too high, give him some feedback. Nice. Yeah, good work. This is really good, boys, because our knee bend is really good. It keeps us with a straight back, and our eyes are really good, so we're looking like we're in good positions. Track him in, bend. See a big step. Bend your knees. Better. Keep your eyes up, bend your knees. Yeah? Nice. Let's not get lazy and just come in and we really want to get in nice and strong position. Whack. Okay, because what we're going to do, the next progression to this, now I'm going to get the ball carrier to pick a side. Okay, so the principles for you, what are you looking to do?
Go lower the shoulder.
Eyes up.
Yeah.
Okay, stay on your toes. We're all human beings and we tend to walk. How do we walk? Heel to toe. Okay, so if you try and track someone when you're jogging in with your feet heel to toe, it's very, very awkward. All right, so you can try that with me now. So if you walk normally, okay, and try and keep up. How do you feel?
Awkward as.
Okay, so now go on your toes. Ready? Go. Nice. And dip and in. Nice. Good, good, good. Well done. So everyone's going to have a crack at that now. It's a defensive tracking drill. Okay, so just be nice to him, be kind to him so he can practice his tracking. Okay, some of us boys, we're getting caught flat-footed because we're not on our toes and we're not able to step in. We're planting, step in, stay, take that time and space away. Go. Okay.
It wasn't really good
Why wasn't it very good?
because my back was like arched.
Oh, well, that's great self-awareness.
And I'm already on my heels.
Yes.
I should be on my toes.
Well done.
So maybe I'll just redo it. See if-
Excellent. So what are the two things that you just mentioned to me?
my flat feet and my arched back, and I should be looking up, not down.
Perfect. Okay, let's go and see those. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was good. It was better
Why was it better?
because I was more stable.
Well done. Great awareness. What we're looking to do is step in. Can you see how big? See the
Yeah,
stride?
it's too much of a gap.
Yeah. So
To get right up to
yeah,
his
because
feet.
when we talked about staying high,
Yeah, staying high.
because see how far away from the ball carrier you are when you did.
Indeed, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that body position, that's exactly where you wanted to be. So well done.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just need to stay high and then
I'll try
drop to
get
that
closer
to get
to-
stronger.
Yeah.
Well done. One of the things that really easy to use in a session, everybody's got one, is our phones. It's a massive thing for me. Part of my background is analysis. Gives me a real difference to my coaching. You're able to give the athlete feedback straight away, and that's the best feedback that the athlete can have is immediately. The great thing is that the young man there was really self-aware. He knows what he feels and he's been able to self-correct. But to be able to show him that is worth its weight in gold. It's a great tool for your coaching, and we'll use this as we progress. What are some of the key points there that we picked up? First and foremost, let's start with our approach.
On your toes.
On your toes, perfect.
Foot placement.
What about foot placement?
Like knowing where to put your feet when you tackle someone.
Try and keep it as simple as possible, boys. Okay, so you're trying to get your foot close, yeah, and someone mentioned it already, our eyes. Okay, so those four key things are really what we can train in that little activity, and it's pretty simple. Okay, but you'll definitely feel the differences, and I think some of you have felt the differences of when you aren't doing those things and the difference it makes when you are. I'm just going to progress this a little bit further. I'm just going to have an emphasis now on one of your hands. So if we go same shoulder, same leg, one of the hands is going to wrap around the back of the knee. So how that looks is walk and pick a side. Okay, in here, so I want to get nice and close. My shoulder needs to be on his belly button so I can get my shoulder in front. Okay, my head's through, emphasis on this knee here. What I want to do with this knee is I want to pull it towards me. As simple as that, all right? Just before we get to the movement part, we'll just do it nice and slow. I'm just going to be here about 1 meter apart, all right? I'm going to be into my position, you take here, and I'm going to come into here. What I want you to get a feel of is what you can do if you just get one hand right. Because you should be able to make a ball carrier unstable just with one hand, if it's in the right area. As a ball carrier, if you feel the hand above your hamstring, let him know. Okay, you are the best coaches. Okay, so if you feel that hand isn't on your knee, you tell him. Okay, so where was that hand? Where did you feel his hand? Was it on his knee? On your knee? It's on the hamstring, Cool. Okay, so go back to where you were. Come in. Go back to the finishing position there. All right, so the hand you want to emphasize on is the same hand as your shoulder. So you've got same leg, same shoulder, same hand. Same shoulder, same leg, same hand. Oh, okay, so where was that? Where did you feel that?
Behind my thigh.
There you go. Where does it need to be?
Behind the knee.
Perfect. What we're trying to do is change habits. And even at international level, some of the guys may not have been able to either emphasis on the right tackle technique or haven't spent too much time on that tackle technique, so they have to change their habits. The earlier you can change those habits or have an opportunity to change those habits in their careers, it's really, really important that we can do that. Yeah, nice. How does that feel? When you get the hand in the position you want it to, which is where?
On the knee.
Behind the knee. How does that feel? As a ball carrier, how do you feel?
Unstable.
Unstable? That's the feeling that we can get, all right, with one hand. What do you think we could do with the other hand?
Wrap it around.
Yeah, just punch it through and wrap it around. It's as simple as that. But the emphasis on that knee so that you're pulling that towards you, so that makes him unstable. The next one comes in and just finishes that job off. Just one observation, at the moment, as we're coming in, we've got that there, which is really good. We're coming in here, which is good. What do you think we're doing with our momentum?
Going up.
Yeah, we're standing up. We need to be able to hit him through, okay? If we've got one leg here correctly, and we've got that correctly, I should just be able to drop him. Easy as that, okay? So I should just be able to squeeze him towards me and pull him towards me and drop him, okay? But I don't need to be standing up because I'm just going to go hit him up. But I want to hit through the contest, all right? So let's have a look at that. Stay down, hit through. Okay, once we've had a few reps, a couple of us are starting to get lazy with our hands. If we want to be a dominant tackle, we've got to get in every time. We can't afford to be lazy. Okay, we've got to have a real emphasis on our rep, and we've got to get behind the knees with both hands and get him to the deck. And ball carriers, got to give him that feedback. Okay, it's purpose. We've got to practice with purpose here. All right, let's go again. Let's have a couple more and have a look. That's the emphasis on here. Yeah. All right, so as you bend your knees, because yeah. Now you're here and here. Now you should just be able to pull him and get him to deck. Oh, there you go. See, doesn't take too much. Yeah. You all right? Yeah. Can you feel the difference here? Yeah. Okay. Whoa, where's that other hand?
A bit high.
Yeah.
Can only get lower.
Yeah. And you need to just, what you're doing is that. Come in, here, hit round and then pull towards you. Okay? This is where you see the use of the primers that we did earlier on, especially around the tracking and getting low under the knees. Because now, as we speed it up a bit and it gets a little bit more physical, the tendency is not to do those things. Okay, so we get a little bit lazy with bending from the hips and not from the knees. Our rep tends to be up around the thighs, but we really need them to get lower and get around the back of the knees. So because we've done the primers, it just allows us to be able to get the guys to feel the progress that's being made. Okay, if we hadn't have done those primers, then you're starting off in a position of the unknown. The primers are really important to give us that emphasis of the feeling of what we're trying to get. All right, boys, feedback time. Through our progressions, you'll be able to feel the reasons why we're doing it. Okay, so we've broken it down, all right, with the emphasis of being able to get the knees bent, your eyes up, around, then bringing in the fact of your palms. Then we've gone around to be able to hook behind the knee, and then the other one, when we're lazy, you can feel if it's going up or not. But when we hit it on the mark and we're able to pull and squeeze together, then we're going to win that collision. Okay, so hopefully you would have felt that through those progressions. There's probably about 6 or 7 things there that you could emphasize as being your keys, and have fun with it. It's up to you, the keys that you think are relevant to the tackle. I would narrow those down to around about 4. Okay, once, depending on what level you're at, you may need to emphasize, if you're at a school level, you may need to emphasize 6 or 7, okay, because they're all really important. But as you get to elite level, the athletes have enough self-awareness to be able to hone in on maybe 4 or 3. All right? So there's a real difference of being able to dominate that collision and then get them to ground straight away.